All right, to my Solana family, appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing so much love on the daily updates. Continue supporting, and you guys know by now, I will continue to bring out these updates for you guys. So if we're looking at the overall market today, we're seeing some handful coins down right now, but at the same time we're still seeing quite a bit of green across the board. And the projects that are in green right now are some of the projects that were not moving over the past 2 to 3 weeks. So that is happening, and that is lovely. Of course, if you're a holder of these other projects, you deserve it, because of course it can be tempting when you are seeing some other projects absolutely exploding. It can kind of get a little frustrating. But if you're looking at our good old friend Solana, it's down 5.6%, but let's face it, Solana is one of the top performers in the crypto space, and its momentum is something that's worthwhile noting. You can pretty much see Sol up 68.1% on the monthly time frame, and on the yearly time frame 771%. And we're talking about one of the biggest projects in the crypto space that has literally the entire world talking about it. But enough with that. Let's continue, see what is happening. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer for everyone. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So as we are going into Friday morning, the price of Solana is currently sitting at $179.77. And we are down, as mentioned, about 6% in both Bitcoin and Ethereum comparative. But now if we're focusing on its market cap is also below $80 billion. But we're very, very close to that $80 billion mark. Nothing to worry about in my opinion. And of course, if we're focusing on its 24-hour trading volume, which is at 5.6 billion, which has gone down over the past few hours. But let's continue, see what is happening. Obviously, I'm going to start off with the Solana DeFi. This is something I want you guys to be focusing on very closely. We talk about all-time high this, all-time high that, and if you've been following me on my channel from the get-go, I've been mentioning the Solana DeFi. The total value locked. I said, we want to be paying very close attention to this. And now let me just put one thing into perspective. Last time we saw a $10 billion, total value locked in terms of the Solana DeFi. And this time around, even though we are approaching all-time highs, we're almost already at about 4.10 billion in terms of total value locked. So imagine what could happen for Solana's DeFi as we do go further into this bull market. If you want to look at Ethereum, if you want to compare it with Ethereum's, we could do that as well. So let's go on ETH. ETH right now has 50 billion total value locked. Of course, massive amounts of protocols based off of Ethereum, and this should just tell you how tiny Solana still is when you're comparing it with Ethereum. So the potential just right there itself is mind-boggling, to say the least. Just look at that potential. In terms of total value locked, the potential of money that could flow in from Ethereum, which we're seeing happening right now. And of course, as Solana makes history, as more and more users come onto Solana, I think this number is going to climb higher. So this gets me extremely bullish about Solana's future, as you know. But let's talk about more. So talking about different chains, another day you can see about 3.78 million bridged from other chains to Solana over the past 24 hours. Again, no one should be surprised at that fact. And also, if we're looking at this, you can see this for yourself. BD announces official Solana Foundation collaboration with Hub 7180, leveraging support for ADGMA Academy to provide incentives, office space, regulatory support, and UAE Golden Visa for Solana RWA projects, fostering tech innovations. If you want to read a little bit more about that, you could do this here. Let's actually go over it. So it says, accelerate your RWA startup on Solana. So You already know that the future of finance is on-chain. Blockchain tech is transforming financial markets, equities, private funds, insurance, carbon credit, and more. Solana's fast, scalable, and decentralized network is the perfect match for your real-world asset RWA startup. So you can see Super Team UAE has partnered with Hub71 Digital Assets, a specialist ecosystem by Hub71 Abu Dhabi dedicated to unleashing and disruptive potential of Web3. By joining this ecosystem, you will benefit from the Hub71's network of leading regional and global partners and make advantage of Abu Dhabi's progressive regulatory environment, offering a world-class blockchain and virtual asset infrastructure. Amazing, amazing stuff. But now let's take a look at what's happening with our good old friend Bitcoin. If you're looking at Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance obviously pulling down, as mentioned in my other updates. If you do watch them, we kind of went over this, but if not, I can briefly talk about what's happening with dominance. So, dominance has pulled down over the past, 24 hours, and this is giving altcoins, the ones that did not move, a chance to kind of thrive, and that's what we're seeing happening right now. On the Bitcoin side of things, Bitcoin is having a little bit of a hard time breaking out of this resistance, and of course, we should know the significance of that resistance. It was an all-time high in the previous cycle, and obviously we know those levels are usually really strong resistance levels. But going into Friday, if Bitcoin is able to break out of that zone, I think we could see an all-time high before the month even comes to an end. So obviously that is nice to see. But let's talk about Sol. So Sol USDT, there we are. All right, so Solana is currently sitting at $180 as of now. We're still in the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. Absolutely great. Nothing to worry about in my personal opinion. Let's go on the hourly time frame and kind of take a look at what's happening on the closer time scale. So, we did see that bounce from obviously that support all the way to the 194, which we kind of discussed yesterday. But due to Bitcoin seeing a rejection today at the level that I showed you, we did see a little bit of a cool off happening in Solana's price as well. And if you want to put that into perspective, we did see Sol drop about 10%, but it has picked up a little bit, and you can see this for yourself. Like I said before, exact same resistance is coming in its way. Look at this for yourself. This resistance is coming in its way, and if it's able to break out, I think we could push back up to that resistance at 195, and obviously then go back and start heading to a new yearly high. And the next level, the main target that I'm looking at is at this level. Let me just kind of go down a bit. There we go, $217. So all-time highs, guys, are really close for Sol, and I think we're getting closer and closer for that. But do let me know down below what you guys personally think. I love what Sol is doing. So much good things happening with Solana right now, and clearly this bull market is all about Sol, which I don't even need anyone to argue with me on that. If you have any arguments, do let me know. Tell me which other project or which other chain has created millionaires already before an all-time high. Then, I will kind of take a look into it. And you guys know I'm 100% neutral. If I were to see any, valid point that you bring up, I will, give you guys my full attention. But, Sol is the future, and Sol is the narrative for the entire, bull market this year. And I'm sure everyone can agree with that. If you don't, do let me know why you do not agree with that. But with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.